Hi guys, my name is Christine and I am a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what walking away does to the person that you left behind. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to apologize for the lower quality. I recently had a baby in December and I had scheduled videos all the way up until January, and now that it's February, I have to go back to work and continue making content for everybody. And back to my business-like duties, I guess you could say. I just want to apologize for the lower quality because this will probably how things will be moving forward for just a little while until I figure out how to manage my job whilst also having a newborn. So I do apologize for that, but it's just much more quicker for me to make videos like this. But obviously I want to keep on providing for you guys so you can keep on getting the advice that you're wanting, the motivation that you're wanting, and the help that you're wanting. So today's topic is going to all be about what walking away does to the person who you left behind. Now, what you need to remember about this is that walking away from someone only really affects that person if they still love you or care about you in some way, if they still care in some way. So it could be that they care because they still love you, or it could be that they care because they're still bitter or resentful, or still have some sort of like feeling towards the relationship that you two had. So if you're walking away from someone who does not care at all, who has stopped caring about you entirely, they will probably be thankful that you have walked away, especially if you have been trying to resolve things, trying to fix things with them, and they've not been wanting it. Because unfortunately, nothing is more annoying than someone who is wanting to try and work things out with you, wanting you, desiring you, when you don't want them and you've got no romantic feelings towards them or any feeling towards them whatsoever. It's kind of also, I guess another way I could describe it, it's like if you remember when you were at school, right, and you had this person who you didn't like, but they really wanted to be your friend and they tried really hard and it was kind of annoying to have them around. That's how it can sometimes feel to someone who doesn't care about you anymore and you are still trying to make things work with them. It feels annoying. I guess it also is the same with when you are when someone likes you romantically and you have no interest in them whatsoever, and they're still trying and still wanting to date you and they're still trying to flirt with you and you find it kind of icky and annoying. That's what it can feel like, right, to someone who does not care about you, right? But with someone who does still have some feeling towards you, so does still care about you in some way, it's not quite like that, right? They do still kind of are hoping for the attention or wanting the attention, or because things ended badly towards the end, or there was just sort of like the breakup happened and they still have feelings towards you, and maybe that they still care, they still love you, they're still attracted to you, but because things have changed within that dynamic, then they don't feel as strongly towards you anymore, which is why when walking away can be really beneficial, because what it does is it reignites the spark, right? Because they feel like they've lost you, right? So this is the thing that you're hoping to inspire in someone, right? You want them to start to feel like they are losing you, right? Because that's what's going to inspire them to come back. If they feel like they've lost you because you've walked away, they are going to want to come back, right? But they're going to want to try and reach out to you, try and rekindle things because they are afraid and scared of losing you. Okay, but walking away also does some things for you as well. It brings your confidence back. Okay, even though it may be tough in the moment when you walk away from someone, when you dump someone or you leave someone behind, or you're trying to teach them a lesson basically by saying, look, I'm not going to tolerate being treated this way, so I'm going to walk away. So what that does for you is that it brings the power back in your hands, because sometimes when you don't want to leave someone, when you've been broken up with, when there's been this situation like that where you really wanted them but they no longer wanted you, it can really hurt. It can really make you feel like they are in charge of the situation, and it can make you feel powerless. So by you taking charge and by walking away and saying, you know what, actually I am going to have some self-respect, I'm not going to hang around and try and be with someone who no longer wants to be with me, I'm no longer going to try and place myself and fit myself in a place where I'm no longer wanted, and I'm going to walk away instead, and I'm going to show them that I'm no longer going to do that. Because it may be the case that they secretly like the fact that you are still trying, still wanting them in some way. It gives them an ego boost, even if they're not sure of it, even if they're not like, oh yeah, I love it when they're still chasing me. They might not be consciously aware of it, but it might be some unconscious thing where it actually feels quite good, and they feel desired and wanted and loved and adored by you because you're trying so hard still. But when you walk away from them and you're no longer giving that to them, you're no longer giving them that validation that they're wanted, that they're attracted, that they're desired, that they're all those things. When you stop doing those things and you walk away and they feel like they've lost you, right, what they're going to feel, right, now that you've left them behind, is that gap, that space, that void. And they're going to want to try and fill it if they still love you, if they still care about you. And the way that they will fill it is by reaching out to you, by starting to chase you, by trying to start to seek your validation. Okay. Now, what you got to realize about this is that this may not happen immediately, because there may be some time, some lag time by when you walk away and how they start to feel about it, right? And when they start to want to come back, there's going to be some time, because they're going to probably still expect, if you've been doing this kind of thing in the past, they're still going to be expecting you to chase them, that you'll come back. They might be thinking, oh yeah, they haven't talked to me in a few days, they haven't tried anything in a few days. But that's probably just because they're going to be back. They're probably just trying to test me or something like that. But once some time has gone by and they actually realize that, oh, but you know what, maybe this person isn't coming back. Maybe this person has fallen out of love with me, or whatever it may be. That's when they're going to try. That's where they're going to try and come back into your life. That's when they're going to try and want to rekindle things, and they feel like they've lost you. Okay, but you need to give them that lag time, because they may still believe that, hey, you know what, they'll be back. Right, and you want them to know that, no, I will not be back. I am gone for good. And the best way that you do that is by walking away, by going into no contact, by not talking to them any longer, and leaving it at that. Okay. So what's really cool about walking away is that it's not just, it's like a negotiation tool, right? You can use it for any situation in your life where you feel like you're not being valued and you feel like you're not being appreciated. You can use this in a job. Right? So if a job really values you and wants you to stay, you can say to your boss or whoever it is that's in charge that, hey, you know what, I found this new opportunity. And it's always a good idea that you actually have found a new opportunity, a new job. And you say to them, look, they've got better pay, they've got better benefits, whatever it may be. And if that person, that boss values you, that job values you, what they're going to do is, once you've said that you're going to walk away, they're going to give you a better deal, right? They're going to say, okay, so what is this new company going to give you? We can give you more, right? And that's a great way that you can do that. And also, again, if it's a place where you're not valued, if it's a job that you're not valued at, right, you can still use the same technique, because you're then, this is why it's a good idea to always have a new job lined up, obviously, that you can actually walk yourself into a better deal, right? Because what I'm basically trying to say is that walking away from places where you're not valued, even if they do something or not, right, is always beneficial to you, right? Because you don't want to be in places where you're not valued, where you're not appreciated. And this is one of the greatest rules of life that everyone, I think, needs to really hone in on. Do not stay in places with people, right, like relationships or friendships, job opportunities, whatever it may be. Do not stay in places where you're not valued, because it devalues you and it devalues how you feel about yourself. But when you walk away and you're strong, right, you're in the best negotiating position, right? And that's the way that you can really take control of your life and feel confident in yourself, in relationships, in jobs, in all kinds of situations, because you can even use this kind of thing with family and friends that don't value you, right? Because sometimes that can happen. And basically what walking away does is it inspires the other person to change their behavior. Like, okay, yeah, I cannot walk over this person. This person is willing to walk away if I treat them badly, or if I don't treat them in the way that they deserve. Okay, so that's why it's super important. Okay, so when you walk away from someone, what this person feels is the gap. They feel the space, and then that inspires them, if they still love you, if they still care about you, to start chasing you, because they value you, they don't want to lose you. So walking away is a great way, a fantastic way to find out who values you, who wants you in their life. Okay, So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.